Hello guys, welcome back. So let's see if we can do it now. I don't know what's going on. Before it was not working. So I'm gonna go back here to this new tool here, right? Make sure that and hit W, go to the gears and use a polycylinder 3D. Okay, and hit W again just to shrink it, right? And I can use move. Yeah, now I can use it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's a bug that I don't know why it's happening. Okay, so when I turn on symmetry, you can see the point, the X direction is this direction, right? So you drag over to the side. And then I can do a mirror and weld, or mirror and weld. That's going to be in the, mirror is in deformation, mirror, or mirror and weld is in the geometry, modified topology, mirror and weld. I'm using this quick menu here that I created. Okay, BZM, I'm going to delete that edge loop in the middle to get rid of it for now. Okay, and turn on symmetry, we can select those guys here, and then I'm going to do an extrusion with a single poly, just a little bit. Hit Alt button to give it a poly group. Control Shift and click on that. And again, Control Shift and drag to reverse. And then I can use W and Alt click here to reset the pivot. And then I'm going to flatten it. Alright, and then Control Shift and click to get everything. Oh, before I do that, mask this guy. Control Shift and click, Control click to reverse the mask so that I can drag this guy out. And maybe just shrink it. Alright. I'll grab that part, maybe. Yeah, Control. Let me grab that part only, Control click, and then I can turn off symmetry, Alt click to go to center and just expand it. Okay, I want to have a evener geometry. Still think it's not quite flat, so I'm gonna go for BCU, clip curve, hit OK, and I can clip it to make it flat. Alright, cool. Let's see how it looks like. Let's turn on symmetry and then just, I think it should be a little bit more flattened. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and it just folds back from what I see in my reference. So I just need to mask that, Control click, and just drag it out, right? And then I can do a BZM and then extrude poly group R to extend that. Okay, and again, this time I need to mask that, Control click, and just drag it over to there, and then maybe flatten it and reposition it. So I want to create this turn first, right? I worry about the arc in the middle by just beveling it actually, so it's not that hard to do. Okay. Okay, just dragging things around, essentially. I think it's also getting a bit smaller when it's folding back. And I think this entire thing is a little bit too thick, so I need to grab this guy, Control click, and just move it back, move it up, and this thing, move it down, and grab this entire top and move it down. Okay. I always feel like I can do this faster in Maya, but when I try it, I feel like maybe not, maybe yes, I'm not sure. Okay, right. Alright, okay, just one more little extrude in there. Hit D and take a look. I think that's what it looks like. And I can do some bevel. And bevel these guys. Okay. And then maybe I can insert a edge loop in the middle, just to be able to grab it and then extend it to give it a nicer arc. Let's say always yes. Okay. Alright. And then I can BZM to go to the modeler, insert 2 edge loops over here. And one more over here to tighten it up. Okay, now we can maybe just fine tune some of the shapes. Still feels a bit thick down there. Okay, tweak the shape a little bit. Yeah. All right. I think I can also make this guy arced like that. And there are 2 metal parts on top of this guy, but those metal parts, again, they can be very easily stamped in Substance. So am I doing it here or not? You know, I'm not sure. I could do it here, and I could do it in Substance Designer or Painter. So who knows? To me, I think it would be maybe easier to do that in Substance, just because we just deal with that on the UV, on the texture, on the 2D way, right? And when it comes to 2D and 3D, if it can do it in 2D, it's probably gonna be easier. Okay. All right. So all I have to do now is, let me just do some more final tweak. Yeah, I think that's how it looks like. All right, so I'm gonna make a insert brush again. So actually go to brush and then create insert mesh and hit new. Okay, now, or actually I have to make it facing this way. Okay. All right, and then go to the show here, and then let's add those things. I think I need 3 or 2. Oh, I need to do that also on this model. Click and drag. And they're a little bit behind. So I think I can add 2 given the space I have. Okay. Control and drag to have a duplication again this time, and just position it on the other side. And for these things, I think they just fuse on top, so there's no bottom part that does support them or give them or whatever. They have 2 metal bolts that's connecting those guys. Okay. Yeah. So maybe over here, another copy. Right, so make sure that you have the foundations for the shoelace to work, right? You have all the holes, all the different variations for the shoelace, and then you thread the shoelace later on. Okay. Alright, so I think all that left for me to just make this work a bit better is go to the bottom piece here and just, I think they're a little bit deeper. So what I can do here is just manually push them in, right? Let me alt click here and just push it in a little bit. Okay. And then also this guy. Oops. Select rectangular, hit OK, Control Shift and grab that. Or mask it. reverse that mask. So I kind of wanted to make them embedded into the model a little bit more. Should have done that when I'm placing them. Okay, so spend more time observing what you're doing, right? Look at the reference. They can give you a better insight of what you can do. Okay, you can choose to not do the reference, what the reference is doing, but at least they can give you an idea of what ought to be in reality. Okay, so now I know that they are embedded more. I can then push in the things around it, right? To make it looks like it's embedded in. I think I can even push them in a bit more, just to make that more obvious. Yeah, because they're still kind of like standing on some of the high ground. Okay, so let me solo this guy while pushing to create that low ground first, and then I go back and push these guys in. Okay. Alright, let me Control Shift and grab that, Control W to give them the same group and do a auto group, so that way it's easier to select these guys. Just gonna push them back in. Okay, this guy. Can deal with the bottom part later on. This guy in, right? Oops. Alright, so this guy goes in. You can see you spent here enough time, so you got it right. If you don't got it right, or so two things, right? One thing is that you know you didn't got it right yet, so you spend more time on it. That's important. The first stage is that you know you have to tweak it, and second stage is that you do have the patience to tweak it, right? So even it's just a smaller thing, but that really makes a difference, right? Because it matters. If it just kind of like it's sticking out, it's not really embedded in, it just feels a bit weird. Because you know that in reality, you know, those things are a little bit lower when it comes to their depths, right? So yeah, just spend enough time on these things until they are they're doing what they're doing. Okay. All right, cool. So that should be the placing of all those metal part, just to, you know, have the shoelace to go through all those holes and those holders kind of thing. And eventually we have to move ahead and create the actual shoelace. Okay, let's do that in the next video.